All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're settling in because today you might be about to see the craziest version of fight rigging you've seen yet. And man, it can do some big things.
Command Fest Orlando is coming October 20th to 22nd. So get ready for a weekend full of Magic the Gathering in one of the country's premier vacation destinations. Get your tickets now at commandfestorlando.com.
All right, credit where it's due because I was working on a version of this, and the closest version of this I could find that's already out there was from Ash Lizzle, which I got a couple of ideas from, so good job, Ash. But going down this list, we're going to be playing some Scrap Gorger because we need some mana, and multicolor mana will matter. Also playing Bramble Familiar, because even if we don't need the mana later, we can use this to get a very big creature because we're going to have several monsters in here. And we got Courier's Briefcase. This again lets us get any mana that we want. But more importantly, it makes a token creature that sometimes we may want to get rid of, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Shakedown Heavy, it's a 6-power creature that works well with fight rigging, and it's only 3 mana. And we're going to be playing a full set of fight rigging, no surprise. We have Archfiend of the Dross. Again, it's a cheap creature that does have 6 power, so with fight rigging, we can almost always get right to 7 and go find something. Another fun thing here is because we're playing Beseech the Mirror, we would want to get rid of that token creature we were just talking about. But even more importantly, this is neat because it does let us go get the majority of our creatures to at least let us buy time. For instance, we could go get the Shakedown Heavy, we can go get the Archfiend of the Dross, we can even go get a fight rigging if we already have the right creature out. So this should be able to do quite a bit of work in here. And we have Devouring Sugar Maw because it makes a token, assuming we already have the right mana out. Or it could just be a big 6/6, and again, trigger the fight rigging. And then we get into some of the hosses, where we've got some Atali, which being able to play any of these big things is great, and getting something from your opponent. But then we're also playing a couple copies of Atraxa, because Atraxa is kind of absurd, and really does some big things for us. But another new card is Thunderous Debut. Now this does cost 8, so we're not expecting to hardcast it that often, but sometimes we might. The other crazy part about this, though, is if this ends up under fight rigging, oh man, like the fact that you can just go search for your 2 biggest things, put one into play, like, oh, this is just amazing. Just amazing. Like, we'll see if this goes off or not, but if you want to try to do the biggest possible things we can do with fight rigging, here's the build. If you want the full deck list, it'll be at the end of the video, like always, or you can download it right now from the description down below. It'll take you to our Moxfield link, where you can see this deck and piles of other things that get you ready to go for Wilds of Eldraine. Because I think we already have like 20 deck lists or something up, and y'all haven't even seen videos for most of them yet. But let's go have some fun with this and see how many of these big monsters we cast, and if the deck holds up on the ladder. Okay, let's go for it and see what happens here. Not bad. We have double familiar, so even if one dies, we could probably get away with playing the other okay. But if we think there might be a removal, then you could always just play Courier's Briefcase to guarantee that you have a 4th mana, assuming we find our extra lands. But realistically, well, they played blue-green, so now we just try for the Bramble Familiar and go for it. Well, if you see this, you know there's some type of combo-y thing coming up. Like, that's pretty much a given. Now it's just, can we outrace their combo? Alright, Gala Greeters. We did find extra land, so I think we're just going up top. And at least force them to deal with our stuff instead of setting up their combo. Because I'm assuming there's going to be like training grounds to make their activations cheaper. Something that probably draws cards or what have you. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, can we find another land? We did find another land. Awesome. Let's get our attacks on. And let's go ahead and just play another. Alright, cool. That'll do it. We will keep this. This is more than reasonable. I mean, obviously don't love having the Atali in the opener, but it's not the end of the world, actually. I guess I could have just played a swamp and left it open like I could kill something, but this looks like they're playing the food deck, so where do we go from here? Maybe we'll just play this. And if they have a cut down, they have a cut down. I think we can live with that. I guess we block. I don't know. I mean, maybe they were just testing us to see if we'd block. I don't know what that was about necessarily. Yeah, let's go here. I mean, are we just gonna be on Archfiend twice, like the last game? I mean, I guess, yeah, sack of food, make Greta bigger. That's legit. Greta 7, and there's a Ginger Brute. Alright. Those are some hits. I ain't gonna lie. Like, those are tough. We're just gonna take it, though. What do we do here? We could... I mean, I guess we could Bramble, and then if we found another red land, go for a Tali? That's kind of a thing. We could also chump block here, I guess. That's fine. I mean, they have food they can sacrifice, so we're going to die to our own Archfiend here, unfortunately. I think our best plan was probably just play Archfiend and then chump block Greta, probably. But we'll see. It's risky. We might just die. I'm pretty sure we're going to die to our own thing here, but we'll see. Alright, so they're going to pump that up. Probably make it unblockable here. Which would make a lot of sense. Yep. I'm going to chump block Greta here. Alright. Oh, they're going to have so much food. Yeah, we're definitely going to die to our own Archfiends. This is tough. Oh, and that's all we've drawn, really. Ugh, gross. Alright, well, this is kind of it. We didn't find what we needed, so we're definitely dead. Man, had so many options and didn't find any of them. I say that. There's a chance we still find, like, a, bite rigging here, and I think we're still kind of okay. I mean, depending on... No, I was gonna say depending on how we block, but or what we draw. Oh, I guess if we found exactly Briefcase, we'd be able to cast Briefcase, sack the token, use Beseech. All right, so there's options still. We're not dead yet. Let's go... We need to be very careful how we block here. Block a tough cookie. Actually, no. This is the only thing. Like, we're gonna block. Let's block like this and block here. I mean, I'd rather not leave them with the tough cookie because that's another body. And that's another food. Alright. I mean, it's probably riskier to let them have the thing we potentially can't block. But I just blocked in the same way. That's not what we want to do. I want to block like this. I'm trying to do it in the only way that this works. And we can still maybe beat them with the Archfiends. Okay, they're going to lose some life here with their creatures dying because they didn't sack it. Well, I guess they would have lost a life anyway, but at least they would have gained life from it. Alright, did the Archfiends still get there? They not draw the removal or anything? Rankle's Prank. Alright, so we each sacrifice 2 creatures? Oh, we discard 2 cards. Well, I'll discard that for sure, and I guess this. Alright, cool. Woo! No lie, I thought there was going to be a scenario in there where we were gonna lose to them just having too much food, but we got away with one. I think it was because once we got the second Archfiend, even if they tried to sacrifice Ginger Brute or the Tough Cookie, they were still going to lose 4. So it's a net loss. You know, really, lose 4, gain 3. So maybe we got a little lucky there, but I mean, Archfiends getting it done, I guess. Okay, man, we got all the tap lands here. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. That hand just felt when we just got tap lands again. That didn't help us at all. Oh, gross. All right, well, we're gonna put Atraxa back in and hope for the best, I suppose. And we'll just see what happens. Open for an untapped land here on this turn. So maybe we could do something. I don't even know if this will live. Like, yeah, you can have a shakedown heavy. All you. Didn't even get there. We did find a fight rigging, but unfortunately, we needed that to be a land. Because now, whatever we play, I think we're just going to end up being behind. The only good news is they likely can't do anything to a fight rigging. So we can play it. It'll sit there for a turn. Man, we needed a land badly. That's tough. Liliana, you can maybe get rid of a Scrap Gorger. Okay, good news. We get to keep a fight rigging for a turn. Bad news, we're going to get hit pretty hard. We're going to go for Thunderous Debut, I think. Because if this hits, then we get to say we can just sack the fight rigging. And the opponent doesn't look like their deck's going to have that many great hitters, truthfully. They're very low to the ground, it appears. Looks like mono black aggro more than like a mid-rangey or control thing. Okay, they've got 4 mana. Is this Shieldred time? Oh, it's Obliterator time. That is a much bigger problem than it seems. Because I can only take a hit from that once, maybe. Unless we can find... Ooh, actually... Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say, if we could find an Atraxa up here, possibly. That gets away with something. We're going to bargain. Sack this. Here's hoping. Alright, we found Atraxa. And only one goes into play, though, right? Top 20 cards, reveal 2 creature cards from on the... If it was bargain, put the revealed... Oh, put both revealed cards. And yeah, we'll do that and take the Atali, obviously. Can we find a removal spell from the opponent would be awesome. We will take... Probably the one that produces food. So we'll take a... Actually, hold on. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take this. Obviously take land. Have all the colors already. So I guess we'll just take this. Actually, yeah, it doesn't really matter. And we'll take a Thunderous Debut. And I think that's all we can take. Alright. And then Atali goes off, netting us a Go for the Throat. Fantastic. That's what we were looking for. And we'll take their Archfiend. Okay. Now we're rocking and rolling a bit. No attacks in the turn. Alright, they got 4 cards. We got a full grip. We have ways to produce mana now. Like, should be good to go. Fortunately, those do not fly, so Ashiok's not going to do much here. Alright, remove a thing. Alright. Now, how urgent do we need to be here? Let's go ahead and send... We're just looking to see if I need to do anything pre-combat. I don't think we do. Let's send this into the opponent, this into the opponent, this into Atraxa. Or, not Atraxa, Ashiok, sorry. Attacking with Atraxa. Alright. Opponent says they don't want to take that extra damage if they don't have to. Oh, could I just kill the opponent there? That was dumb. I wasn't even paying attention. It's alright. It doesn't matter. Our hand's so absurd. We're just probably going to win anyway. Oh, I already played a land, huh? Alright. We'll just get other stuff out there because we can. Alright. In the turn. Yeah, we could have just won there. Because they didn't even have quality blocks. We could just send everything at them and ignore Ashiok. Didn't really matter, though. Sure, that's fine. It doesn't really do anything here. It already got me 7 life. That's all it needed to do. I mean, if you got another kill spell, let's go for it. 2, 4, 6. Okay, you want to kill that? Sure. It's like, all right. Okay. Yeah, let's keep this. We got the fight rigging. We have a 2 mana thing. So, yeah, even if they kill that, if we just top deck a land, we should be okay here against mono red. Though, you know, we've missed before. We can miss again. Things happen. Belden, sure. Not blocking. No blocks. I think I'm going to take a chance here. Oh, I actually can't. I was going to do this, but that doesn't work that way. Because I don't have a second black mana. That's unfortunate. Alright. Thunderous Debut it is. Alright, no attacks. Well, since we have the Shakedown Heavy, we know we're going to trigger the fight rigging. So this is going to be practically a given. Alright, I'm not even blocking. I'm just willing to take it here. You do whatever the worst is you think you can do, opponent. Yep. We take 6. Go to 10. Alright, here we go. Question is just, do we want to play the Heavy or the Archfiend? I think... Oh, we still can't play Archfiend. What am I talking about? We learned that last turn. We didn't have double black. Alright, debut. Bargain. Away goes the fight rigging. Don't miss, deck. We definitely did not miss. We'll take an Atraxa and we'll take an Atali. There you go. That's going to end things. 1, 2, 3. That and another debut. Actually, no. We'll take the Beseech. Alright. Alright, that'll do it. Gonna mulligan this. Ooh. Oof. Keep it. Get rid of 1 Archfiend. Oof. I think our plan here still might be just, even if we get the lands, just play these Proving Grounds back to back. Try to play a fight rigging and just see what happens. Though they do have green mana, and that makes us a little uncomfortable. They have something to play here? Nope. Alright. Man, I don't know if we can gamble on, even if we got the land, of playing the fight rigging here. I think I'm just going to play a Courier's Briefcase. I mean, I could have played a Bramble Familiar, but here I sort of feel like maybe if they have something to remove artifacts or enchantments, they'll use it on the Courier's Briefcase, knowing that we're kind of stuck on mana. Like, no guarantee that they would, but, you know, as opposed to us just playing Bramble Familiar and it just dying. So are they just playing an Atraxa deck of their own? That's kind of what this feels like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana next turn. If we got an untapped land, we would have 6. Alright, I'm just going to do this. With the idea that they might just play Atraxa. And then if we can get an untapped land, we can still fight rigging Shakedown Heavy. Yeah, that's the same thing. They're going to get one of our monsters, unfortunately, which is going to be an Atraxa from their side and something from ours. Probably an Atali? Oh, no, they got a Thunderous Debut, so they can go find something. What did they take from? Oh, they did take an Atali. Alright, so we have to get an untapped land here, or nothing happens. Alright, well, untapped land or no, and we know that they play removals, so we need to hit huge when we do hit. Yeah, we need our Tali to even hit a cut down, which none are in our yard currently. I guess we could get also removal from them, which could be a thing. I don't know. We could also get one of their breaches or something. So there's a lot of things that could still happen here. But it starts with us getting an untapped land. Now they have Path of Peril to wreck the board. That's annoying. But all right. Sure. All right, we have 24 cards left. All right, we didn't get there. That's ball game. Ooh, this is a mulligan. This is better. We'll keep this. Get rid of Archfiend, maybe? Not sure. Geki. Alright. I'm going to go with this till we figure out what's going on over there. This could just be Slesny Enchantments. I've seen some versions that play the Shigeki. Oh, they're playing Enchantments alright. No blocks, though. Okay. Where do we go with this? I guess we do this. Play this? Yeah, alright. Back. I mean, we can beseech next turn, but I don't know what we'd even beseech for, because they probably have fight spells, so we don't necessarily want to lose our creature that way. Oh, gosh. Alright, that's a thing that happened. That's cute. So now I'm almost positive they have fight spells of some kind. So if we believe that, what are we hoping to hit here? I think we just have to fight rigging this turn and then hope we're not dead. I think is the plan. So yeah, let's beseech. Bargain away this. I think. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just double checking, but oh, I should have. If I was gonna do that, I should have just sacked the. Well, it wouldn't matter. I can't sack it. I need it for. Okay. We'll go get the fight rigging. We did get Thunderous Debut, so we have a chance. Alright, if they have another thing, we just die, though, right? Cool. Alright, any enchantment, we're dead. Oh. That's 7. Alright, we're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. I was ready to just give it to them. I thought we were going to be dead there. So here, if we can, do we... Nah, we can't. We got to do this. Alright, this comes into play tapped. Let's do this. This has to hit, or else we're just wrecked. Get rid of our token? Or we get rid of the fight rigging. Token's at least one more point we can block with if we need to. Alright. We did get Natali, so we'll definitely take that. Oh, do we take Sugar Maw? That's at least another big body. Alright. I guess that's what we do for now. Well, we get a blanked one of our own. That's a +1. Or we get another courier's briefcase. Not sure that solves anything. Alright, we'll put that here, I guess. No attacks. I guess the good news here is, though, we do have another beseech. So now we can still beseech away something else, get another fight rigging, and then trigger that one. So we still have an out. Yeah, we'll sack one of these. Why not? All right, we'll beseech again. Don't have to take any damage. Get rid of this other courier's briefcase. All right. Let's get another fight rigging. See what we hit this time. Another Atali, sure. Why not? Counter on something we might actually attack with. Because we know we're going to cast this Atali. Keep the new... Oh, I forgot. We can keep the new one. Or old one, I mean. Ooh, alright. There you go. Thunderous Debut. Heck yeah. We can get rid of this fight rigging. There we go. Whoa, goodness. Yeah, that was going to be an ugly one because we didn't really have a clean attack unless we hit something big off the top still. You know, so the best we could have done there is attack with like the Shakedown Heavy and the Atali, maybe. And they could also just make us untap the Shakedown Heavy. But that would have been 15 points, so not enough. We would have had to attack with everything. And these two have Menace, so I don't know. Would have really depended on what we got from the Thunderous Debut, honestly. But, oh, that was a good comeback, because the opponent started out like a house on fire on that one. Sure. Let's keep this. All right. Let's play... All right, let's go here. Doesn't seem too bad. And if they just want to stop us from having mana, then we just play a Shakedown Heavy next turn. Like, we can live with that. Alright, there's a Heavy. I mean, they could have another Fires of Victory, I guess. Man, we drew 2 Thunderous Debuts. Blech. Don't love that. Alright, I'll just light up the night. Okay. Hey, if you got it, you got it. In the turn. Alright, I'm going to assume they're sitting on counters and things at this point. Because that's all it looks like it is. Just some type of counter burn sort of strategy. And they probably would like to either draw cards or get rid of our Restless Cottage at some point. Which we would like to not allow, if possible. Alright, go to attacks. Play this little duder that's likely to die a horrible death. And end the turn. Alright, Scrutiny, get you 3 cards. Alright, it's gone. We're really kind of doing a whole lot of nothing here. We'll pass. I mean, I should have played this before. If it didn't get countered, I missed a point, but I'm pretty sure it's getting countered. They haven't had to stop anything else. I was gonna say, yeah, why wouldn't you? Alright. Sure, you got it. Alright, we can just move on. No reason for us to play there. We can't even cast anything in our hand, really. This is a pretty obvious and easy mulligan. This is a lot better, so we'll keep this. And I think just get rid of that, just in case. Alright. I feel like this is one of those days where we didn't go first that often, but we've had some pretty crazy hands hit. You've also had a little bit of rough luck not hitting on a couple of fight riggings too. Alright, let's go with this. Interesting that they went Plains Surge Engine. That was not the card I was expecting to see, since that requires blue mana. There's some blue mana. Yep, you got it. Okay. Slowly got to try to piece some things together here. I mean, they might just have removal cards too, but we can't do nothing about that. Alright, it's a big 5/4. I love it, they didn't even have any of the right mana. They've just so happened to have had Myrixes that made that possible. And we still might die to it, which is the sad part. Because we ourselves did not hit lands for 2 turns. Alright, there's a fight rigging. Do they have an answer? They probably do. I guess we're getting a Tolly. Try? Okay, that worked. I mean, we're still at 7s. What do you have, opponent? Do you have a Wandering Emperor so I could ace your dude? They do! Nice. That is huge. Now, do they have something to protect their creature is the question.
I'm home.
Yeah, we might as well get in there with these. They have a Werefox. Alright. To do what? Alright, well off that, I guess. Yeah, you can have that. We're cool with that trade. If that's the worst thing that happens, I am happy about it. Alright. In the turn. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Access to 5 mana next turn. 6 if we draw a land. What, I feel like this is some type of trap. Sure. Like, I totally feel like if we block, it's like destroy target blocking creature or one of those dumb cards. So I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, we didn't need the token that bad, I don't think. Oh, and we get our dude back? Heck yeah. This was a great situation for us. Fantastic. Love to see it. We'll take a Thunderous Debut. We're going to +1 this guy. Those will both trigger. Cast the Debut. Bargain it. Get rid of one of these. Get Atraxa Atali. Man, I've never been so happy to get a land off of an Atraxa. Let me tell you. We'll take another fight rigging. We'll take a Sugar Maw, probably. No, we'll take a Beseech. And we'll take... yeah, I guess a Shakedown Heavy, so I can at least know I can cast it. Don't want to cast either of those, actually. So, yeah, we'll just decline. Because I just end up discarding a bunch of stuff here. And another fight rigging. Sure. Alright. I will discard. This is gross. It's sad because I actually need mana. That's what makes this whole hand ugly. We probably don't need another Thunderous Debut. So that can go, I guess. I'll have to discard 2? Ugh. I guess. What do I even get rid of here? I guess another Shakedown Heavy? Alright. I mean, because I can find more 6-power creatures once I have mana. And if they have another Depopulate, we're going to get to draw a card from the Atraxa dying. Yeah, this just got ugly. We went from, this is how ridiculous this deck is, though. We went from being stuck on 2 lands to now all of a sudden having some of the most powerful cards in Standard all in play, right? And holding backup rigging Atraxa, or not Atraxa, but Atali. Probably next turn we're hoping to draw a land, play something like Bramble Familiar Briefcase. But if we were to draw a land, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'd still probably go that way, I think. And I get the sweet, sweet pleasure of your opponent roping. Like, that is the most satisfying feeling. I know some of y'all get mad with your opponent's rope, but honestly, to me, that's like a sign of like, we did everything right and it worked out. Or we had a crazy comeback and the opponent can't handle it. They're probably punching air right now, being mad. Like, doesn't hurt me one bit when they want to do that. I am all for it. All right. Still didn't find another land, but we don't really need it. Yeah, the best part for me when my opponent's roping is that they're just wasting their own time. Like, I already got the win. It's going to suck for them because they're wasting more time to get the win back if they're trying to ladder up. So I just usually sit back, grab a couple of drinks, you know. We'll take this all day, every day. Good win there. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll keep this. Doesn't really do much, but we'll see how it works out. Oh, definitely did not want to see blue cards here. If this is mono blue, I mean, we're going to be in a world of hurt. Okay, it's not, still not great, but at least we can try to make do with something like this. Try another briefcase. They might counter it if they think we don't have a land, maybe? Nope, they didn't bite. Okay. I'm going to curate and draw. Sounds good. Well, we now know that there are ossifications, which they chose to just surveil away, which means they feel pretty confident about the removal or sweepers or some combination thereof. I mean, they might be debating if they're just going to tap out to play. Oh, that was not the card I was thinking. All right, let's see if they have a counter. They do not. But they might have a sweeper, which then would clear the path for us to be able to play a Tali. And they draw and discard, but they also create a treasure. But we know they don't have a creature counter. We don't know that they don't have, like, a spell counter. Oh, playing Cityscape Leveler. What's going on here? So they're trying to put stuff in the graveyard to reanimate? Is that what we're doing? That type of blue-white deck? Ossification, coming after our duder. Alright, fair enough. Alright, I'm willing to bite. Let's see if we can get a Planeswalker or something from their side. I would love that. We did not, unfortunately. Alright, well, that sucked. Good news, I guess we're at 2, 4, 6, 7 mana for next turn, so we're 1 away. But didn't really need it. Ooh, boy. Let's keep it. I mean, at least we got 2 mana creatures to see if one survives or not. Alright, I guess this still works. This is not good. So they have counters and removal both in hand. So we're going to have a lot to work through here. If they tap for something here, we're just going to play Fight Rigging. Since we know there's counters. We kind of want to sneak through what we can. Alright. So we will go for Fight Rigging here. Mostly because we have a Shakedown Heavy available. I guess it's gotta be old Atraxa, huh? Now we want to find multiple things that have 6 power, because it's gonna be difficult sneaking through even one creature here. It becomes less of a problem. I don't want to put a Tali in the yard just yet. Though they did mill a Thunderous Debut. Alright, you get it. All you. Alright, we kind of got our wish here.
Now, what do we have here?
Alright, here goes. Oh, do they have a bounce spell? They have it, don't they? Okay, they don't. I was gonna say, if they had the actual, like, Fading Hope, that would have been brutal. Alright, we get... Take another Fight Rigging. We'll take some untapped land. We will get probably Archfiend because it flies. And we will take a Beseech. And then we'll have a pretty stocked up hand here. With 7 cards remaining. Now I'm assuming this is where we get to see those removal cards they haven't been playing. Urtai, sure. Kill that Atraxa. Because that's what I would do. Now, we do have the problem that eventually they get to flip this Amonkhet thingy thing. And it could turn into an Atraxa, I believe.
Thanks. I'll be
Oh, we got another Atali. Which we'd rather not have that in hand. There's a chance on this Fight Rigging we're not going to get something great. I'm trying to think what we could do here to try to increase the odds, but I don't know that there is a thing. So I think we maybe just Fight Rigging. You know, I'll take a Sugar Maw. Why not? And then we can still play this. Put a counter here. Get the Maw. Well, we could play the 1/1 first, too. That's real. Does that matter for us? Do we just want the 6/6? I think we just want the 6/6. And I'll go here to get rid of this. They probably have another one by now. Nope, they just let us untap. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have 7, so we could just play an Atali. That's a real thing. We could beseech away one of the Fight Riggings to go get a Fight Rigging. That's a thing. So there's options here. Really depends on what they do. Alright, there's a go for the throat. Makes sense. Yep, you got it. Of course, they're going to draw.
There's no secret I can't uncover.
Shieldred. Alright, so we get the shields down moment that we wanted. This got real fast. I think we get rid of this, because we don't really need double Fight Rigging. So, we know there's still a Thunderous Debut, another Atali, another Atraxa that we could hit with this. We go ahead and draw. Okay. What do we want to do? I mean, probably Atali is the right call here, right? Let's just do it. If we miss, we can Atali again next turn and see if we find something. Oh, we found a Thunderous Debut. That's huge. We're going to bargain this up. We're going to get rid of this. We'll decline that. And there's another Atali, but that is the best we can do. All right, Atraxa. And another Atali, I think. Doesn't matter which of these he keeps. All right. Getting a cottage, I suppose. A courier's briefcase. We'll try to come over the top with that, and I think that's all we can get. Cut down. Get rid of that. Wearing Sugar Maw. We might actually just make the 1/1 here and the food. Attacking here. And making the 1/1 in the food just so we have something to sacrifice to the other Sugar Maw in the short term. Yeah, you gotta block with both of them, opponents. And we're okay with that. We'll get rid of a Shieldred. That works for us. Alright. And we have to discard. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We gotta discard 2. Alright, we'll get rid of one Archfiend since we already have another. And probably Courier's Briefcase, which is a little wild, but sure. I mean, obviously you're gonna kill Atraxa here. That's not a question. And if you can kill Atali, I'm assuming you will. Looks like they can't, though. So that's good. I have 29 cards left. Opponent has 37. Alright, you got a Teferi. Boy, we have lots of things to try to do still here.
It's nice to see a familiar face.
Oh, and we just straight up drew the fight rigging. Wow. Okay, what do we got left? We have one more fight rigging. I'm trying to decide what we even want to go get here. Because we can do this. See what we hit with the fight rigging first. Thunderous Debut. So that's fantastic. Yep, that's going to do it. Yeah, so as it turned out, I did swap out one of the Sugar Maws for an extra courier. Because it just, the draws where we have 2 mana things, even if they get dealt with, our hands just play better. So definitely wanted to max out our 2 mana things here because they do help us advance the rest of the deck. And if one of them sticks, going from 2 to 4 when you get into play like an Archfiend or right into a Beseech or something or whatever, it's like all very good stuff, right? Had about the right number of Atali, Atraxa, Thunderous Debut. Like occasionally we miss, but like what are you going to do, right? If you don't hit any of them, you don't hit them. The one thing though is we did have a lot of tapped lands. We had a lot of lands coming to tap or play early, which was tough because we had like Restless Cottage, came into play tap sometimes with the Zeator's Proving Ground, and that gave us like some weird draws where we couldn't play our turn 2 thing. So what I would consider is going down to 3 on each of these. We didn't have, now if we played against a control deck, this would have mattered more, I think, but I think I'm fine just saying, you know what, we had another one of those. We play like a, oh, what is the thing? The green-white land that comes into play tapped. Where is it at? The green-white one. This one, Overgrown Farmland. And then that gives us another chance to use like Sugar Maw early, possibly. And I think that's probably mostly fine. I mean, we have a little more green stuff than black stuff, but meh, that's probably all we really need to do. And I think this probably works out better than we were. But other than a couple of funky draws, and then, you know, just the way it works. I'm not going to go over all the lands because there's a bunch of them. But creatures, spells, here's we go. We got 4 Armored Scrapgorger, 4 Bramble Familiar, 4 Courier's Briefcase, 4 Shakedown Heavy, 4 Fight Rigging, 4 Archfiend, 2 Beseech the Mirror, 3 Devouring Sugarmaw, 3 Atali, 2 Atraxa, 3 Thunderous Debut, and then a whole pile of variety of lands. Yeah, so I think this deck will have some of the typical problems where you're going to struggle a bit against the hardcore control decks just because you're only going to be trying to get 1 or 2 things down at a time, and they're going to have counters. You're probably in those matchups going to have to lean more on things like the Shakedown Heavy, I think is the way you want to go there. But man, against the mid-rangey stuff and aggro stuff, like it's surprising how often we actually did hit big Thunderous Debuts, how many times we hit what we needed off of an Atali. Like there's a lot of stuff going on with this deck. And because we have 12 mana things, it is possible that sometimes we just cast our stuff, right? We get to 6 or 7 mana and just start casting things. You saw in those first couple of early games, I think, where we just played the, the Archfiends, right? And those were able to win against the aggro deck. So a couple of different ways to win. Even though this is a fight rigging deck, it does have other options. And I think that's what I like about this list the most. But yeah, this one's a tough one to build. If you already owned all the stuff from previous sets, then I say go for it. But I'm not sure I would spend the collateral, whether that's cash to go get the cards or wild cards and gems or whatever on Arena to craft these cards and get them. Because it is a fun deck. It's not something I would say you necessarily want to ladder up with. And it doesn't have that much variance in play. So it's kind of trying to do the exact same thing a lot. So I would keep that in consideration. But if this is your style of deck, I say go for it. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Grave Titan. Mostly because this card, one, is just quality, right? When the Titans came out, they were super important to Standard and were dominant cards in a lot of ways. But this is just a big body, and it makes zombies when it comes into play and when it attacks. And the interesting thing about this card is that it had been reprinted several times and almost fell to bulk status at one point. But since it hasn't really been reprinted in a minute, not widely, I think it was on the list for a bit, and otherwise it's been mostly digital, I think. But it's allowed this card to get back up to $5 or $6. And it doesn't seem like the type of card they've been wanting to jam into decks, so unless we see some other stuff with zombies particularly, I don't know if this is going to make a lot of different deck lists. So there's a chance this card might get back up to about $8, $9, $10 before they reprint it again. But if you want to pick them up, they're still fairly cheap for now, so have fun with it. Now, if you like decks that are quirky and different, you should check out this other Abzan Food deck we have. This one was a lot of fun, and if you really want to make mono red's life hard, play something with this much food. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.